ultimate route to JEE success with JEE Test Prep app by Extramarks, adaptive testing platform, India's top faculty, micro-scheduling, live and recorded sessions, doubt-solving sessions, national level weekly tests, analytics and reports. Download the app now.
Hello students, today we are going to discuss average velocity topic in motion in a straight line. Let us start the session. First of all, as you know, velocity means displacement by time. But as you know, the average term includes that total. You know, if there's somebody is asking what is your percentage, what you will say? You will add all the subject scores divided by total. Then average you will say, like that only. Average always represents total by total. But here it is velocity for displacement. Here it is speed for distance. Now, generally, speed is a distance traveled by an object in unit time. Mathematically, speed is distance by time. What do you mean by distance? Yes. What do you mean by time? T. Got it? And unit, as you know, speed means meter per time second, SI units or MKS. And it's a scalar quantity. What do you mean by scalar quantity? Scalar quantity means it has magnitude, it is so compulsory, and it may have direction, but it should not obey the properties of vectors. In the sense, law of vector addition is mainly considered. Sometimes some people may say that the scalar is having only magnitude but no direction. But it's not absolutely correct because current is having direction as well as magnitude. But current is still it is a scalar because it does not obey the law of vector addition. Understood? So whenever you are defining a scalar, please mind it like it as per vector notation, it has both magnitude and direction, and it should obey law of vector addition. So for vector definition, there are 2 points. If any one of the vector points is not obeying, that means it should not have direction, then scalar, or it was not obeying vector law of addition, even though it has direction like current, it is also called a scalar. Generally, as per NCERT, it has only magnitude, like that it has been given. So follow as per your board textbook for board exam. But for competitive level, when it was concerned, so you have to understand it may have direction. As best example is the current. As you know, you can see here, this is current. Current in your 10th standard, you had been learned that current travels from, means moves from high potential to low potential, let us say 2 ampere. Magnitude means value. So it has magnitude as well as direction. So obviously, you may think that that is vector, but still here vector law of vector addition is not available by the current. So that is the reason why it's a scalar. Coming to velocity, there we are talking it as distance in speed case, but now here we are considering it as displacement. Velocity is displacement covered by an object in unit time. Mathematically, it is nothing but displacement by time taken. Displacement means S bar because it's a vector by time taken. So in general, displacement or distance, magnitudes if I write, S is equal to Vt, or V is equal to S by T, or T is equal to S by V. Please remember at least one of these. This is the mandatory, as you know that. So it's a vector quantity, it has both magnitude and direction. Now, as I discussed, average means net. Net means total. Average velocity is represented by V average bar. So this is a net displacement divided by total time taken. You see here, we are talking about average velocity in one dimension. One dimension, so obviously either X or Y. So, but I am mostly interested on this. Net displacement means change in position. Obviously, this is delta X bar. By net time means this is change in time. The unit, as you know, meter per second, although it can be measured in kilometer per hour as well. And you know, velocity can be positive, 0 or negative because displacement can be 0 as we discussed in the last session. Displacement can be negative and displacement can be positive. Now coming to here, whenever xt graph is given, obviously you see here what is tan theta generally Tan theta is delta y coordinate by delta x coordinate. What do you mean by delta y coordinate? Delta y coordinate means y2 minus y1 by delta x means x2 minus x1. So here y coordinate is x, means position. So x2 minus x1. Don't get confused, this is x-axis coordinate value. And here time, x coordinate value is time. So this is t2 minus t1. So I can write it as delta x by delta t. So as per previous slide, I showed you that this is V average. Hope so you understood. So whenever average velocity, suppose in this question they are asking average velocity between 40th to 60th second. So obviously final time period is 60, initial time period is 40. So this is 40th second, this is 60th second. And now this is T1, this is what? T2. But at this time position is 20, at this time position is 60. Now change in displacement is, you see, final position. Final position means what? At final time, that is P2. P2 is 60 minus initial position at 40, 20 by 40 to 60, so 60 minus 40. So obviously this is 40 by 20. That means 2 meter per second. That's it. It was explained. You see here in the diagram itself, once again they have been drawn. So any graph is there. If you want to find tan theta, you know that we can say it as slope. Therefore slope of the graph is nothing but, as we discussed, delta x by delta t means y coordinate by x coordinate. So what is delta x? You can see here 20 to 60, 40 by delta t is how much? 40 to 60, 20. Then answer is crystal clear, 2 meter per second, which is V average, because delta x by delta t is nothing but V average. Now some of the most important graphs regarding straight line motion. You can see here position time graph, and it is in the form of a straight line. Shape is like y is equal to mx. Straight line equation is y is equal to mx plus c. But here it was passing through the origin, so c is the value which is having 0. And you can see here you see slope, theta angle, theta is less than 90. And slope means immediately you have to think about tan. Tan is like positive because it is less than 90. Tan value is positive. First quadrant, all silver teacups, as you know that. And for a straight line, remember this point. Angle remains constant, so obviously slope remains constant because tan theta remains constant. Now coming to here, theta is the angle made with x-axis to the graph given. So this is theta greater than 90. Greater than 90 to 90 plus theta comes under second quadrant. So obviously they are all silver, only sign is positive. Remaining all are like a negative. So tan will be negative. So this is the slope is negative. Slope negative means, what does it mean? Slope means delta x by delta t. Delta x by delta t is V. That means V is what? Negative. Now coming to here, position remains constant. Whatever with the time period, always I am standing at one position only. I am not moving anywhere. That means my velocity is 0. So you are at obviously rest, average speed. There what? Displacement. Obviously here it is what? Distance. So the thing is common for both, but the distance is there, the displacement is there. For both the values average, so total by total. We average in the sense mod of average velocity. Units as you know. And here whenever you are considering speed, no direction is provided because distance to which direction hota nahi. So obviously it won't have any directions. So no information is provided about the direction of motion. For the motion along the straight line, speed average is equal to velocity average. But take care when it is moving only in the forward direction, because when it is coming back, there is a turning point. There is a turning point when velocity is, when it is coming back, displacement will vary. Still it is moving on a straight line only. So velocity is average. Average becomes, maybe when it comes here, displacement will become 0 obviously. Then velocity also becoming 0. So this is valid only in straight line motion, and when it is moving in only forward, no turning point, it should not turn back. Now finally the formulas. So average speed means total distance by total time, total displacement by total time, as we discussed. But let me discuss a small line. Whenever total displacement is there, that means this is delta S by delta T. Forget about bar and all because I'm taking only one direction. It has no turning point right now. Then this can be written as S final minus S initial divided by T final minus T initial. But one more may be there. Maybe the journey may be with breakups like suppose from Bangalore to Delhi, if I am going via Hyderabad, I am going, means there is a breakup journey. So in question paper, when they mention final point and initial point and asking for average, then straightforward you go for this formula. But in question paper, if they are asking about breakups, then you write total displacement, like what I said in the earlier case, total marks, so English marks plus social studies plus maths plus physics plus chemistry, like that all. So breakups are also there for breakup. S2 plus S3, like that you can do. By time taken from here to Hyderabad is this much, then from Hyderabad to Agra is this much, then Agra to Delhi is this much. Only the thing you should understand, whenever average is there, total by total. But total can be in this way, total can be in this way. So while reading the question itself, you should understand that if breakups are given, use breakup formula. If initial final points are given, use a delta formula. Hope so you understood. Now let us start question solving. So here it is so very clear, a body moves half a distance with a speed v1 and other half a distance with a speed v2, find the average speed. Understood? But whenever breakup is given, so please mind this, first you should write V average formula. V average formula is given there, so breakup the S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. Breakup is given, so you should use this formula as I said, but sometimes in question paper S won't be given, but in place of S, as I discussed earlier, I can substitute VT formula because information is given in terms of VT. Then S is equal to VT. Suppose time is not given, time can be written as S by V. So it's up to your choice of the question. In this question, distance part is given, velocity part is given. So time is not given. Which is not given, that you must eliminate in terms of given things. So obviously that will be S by V. Hope so you understood. So let us cross check here. So explanation. Beforehand, let me tell you, as per the question, first half distance they mentioned. Matlab, I am taking for better solution, let me take SS. Means total distance I am taking it as 2S. The first half distance to S, second half distance to S. And it was traveled with a speed of v1 and it covers with a speed of v2. So here time was not mentioned and the question is find V average between AB. So answer to very easy. V average is equal to S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2 because breakup is given. So S plus S by T1. T1 is not given, so I said S is equal to Vt, T is equal to S by V. V1 plus S by V2. So answer will be, you can see 2 S by S taking common V2 plus V1 by V1 V2. No LCM, right? So this comes up V1 V2. SS get cancel. V average is equal to 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. Sometimes in options this can be written as like this also, but generally students will go for none of the above option or this option, but don't go like that, see properly. So this will be written as 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. This is also correct answer. Now here half of the time interval with a speed V1, half of the time interval with a speed V2. This distance is not given. The story is same. If suppose if I take V1 greater than V2, first half an hour it will cover more speed, so it is not the center. Second half an hour it will cover less speed because speed is less. Let us assume. And here this is time t, this is time t. As I said, instead of taking t by 2, t is better, right? So this is 2t. Now story is same. V average is equal to S1 plus S2. First you have to write the basic line T1 plus T2. Then what is S1? S1 is not given. So V1 T1, S2 means V2 T2 by T1 plus T2. As you know, T1 and T2 are TT, so this will become 2T. Top T get cancelled. Then final answer will be V1 plus V2 by 2. This is V average when half of the times are given. Now, the body moves half of the distance with speed V1, other half in 2 equal times with V2, V3. This is a good question. In competitive level, they will twist the questions like this, but you don't twist. Got it? So come into the line. As per the information, it was given that first half, second half. So this is S, obviously this is S. First half with speed V1 they said, but in second half, first half time they said V2, second half time they said V3. As you know, in time T, in time T. But for this part, what is V average? Let me say V dash. V dash is just now we discussed half na V2 plus V3 by 2. Now I can say this is first half, this is second half. So formula is what? V average is equal to 2 V1 V dash by V1 plus V2. When half distance is given, this is the formula. Till then, happy practice. Thank you very much.
For more such videos, please like, share and subscribe to Extramarks Test Prep YouTube channel.